Ramanna, PV Sindhu's father, who was talking about how Sindhu yesterday was in tears after her loss against Chinese Taipei's Tai Tzu Ying. Boria Majumdar joins me from Tokyo. Boria, a big victory for India and PV Sindhu. After her loss today, how big is this bronze medal for the country?
Massive. I mean, most importantly, it's the second consecutive medal for PV Sindhu, and she becomes the most decorated female Olympian in Indian history. And if you see the match, and I've been saying it on India Today right through, she was the favorite. Despite the record being against her, she was always going to be the favorite against Bingjiao for two reasons. One, Bingjiao had played 2 3-setters, so she would be tired. Second, Sindhu's form. Yesterday's match was actually the gold medal match. Had Sindhu faced either of these opponents, Chen Yufei or Bingjiao, she would have been in the final. Make no mistake, this is a massive medal for India, a massive medal. A girl coming in Rio winning a silver, a girl coming in Tokyo winning a bronze. She is now arguably the greatest ever female Olympian in Indian history. And the kind of dominance, she's lost only 2 games here in Tokyo, both against Tai Tzu Ying. Today too, she finished it in 2 straight games. That tells you about her domination. Except once in the match, Bingjiao never was able to take the lead. That tells you the kind of dominance Sindhu had. Each time Bingjiao came close, Sindhu upped the ante. Terrific performance. Smashes, aggression, retrievals, court movement. If you take everything, and I was sitting right behind, body language, the coordination with the coach, it was a superb effort for India. Very proud for her.
I have to ask Boria, were you sitting on the same seat you were sitting there yesterday, or was it a different one today? Because Sindhu clearly was in top form today. Yesterday she wasn't. Go ahead, Boria. Go ahead. Come on, tell me.
Yeah, this was actually the seat I was sitting on the pre-quarter final day, because yesterday she lost. I moved 2 seats. And you know, the officials here came and said, but this seat is for a photojournalist. And we actually requested, saying, oh, you know what, we are not going to jump up, we are not going to scream, so allow us to sit here, because it was one of those superstitious seats. And I'm going to show you something. By the way, I'm going to get PV Sindhu on the channel. Make no mistake, that will be the first interview, and I'm saying it openly. The moment the dope is done, I'm going to get PV Sindhu on India Today. That's a deal. Because I've already told her, and I'm carrying something. I'm going to show you what I'm carrying. I'm carrying a coin. You know what coin this is? This coin is actually the Rio coin that she had given me on the day of the final in Rio. So I'm actually carrying that coin as a superstition. And that's the kind of thing we were doing. But what a fantastic match she played. She was superb. At no point did I feel that she will not be. I must say this. Yesterday, I was always saying Tai Tzu is a problem, but Bingjiao would never be a problem against a rampaging PV Sindhu in this kind of form. I'm delighted. I'm absolutely delighted for PV Sindhu. She's a dear friend. She's a dear friend. I've seen her grow. And, you know, when she does this and becomes the greatest ever Olympian, all I can say is I'm delighted and proud.
Right, let me jump in here, Boria. Of course, the excitement is indeed, really getting on all of us. PV Sindhu finally wins a medal here, and that's the bronze that she makes it. In compared to the previous match, in fact, when I did speak to you the last time, you said it'll be a shocker if she doesn't win this match against the Chinese player here. You, in fact, did mention that PV Sindhu is a much stronger player, and that's what we got to see this time. Did you find any lessons learned from the previous match that you saw PV Sindhu smash it this time?
Box. The only lesson is box. What is box? The court is a kind of a box. Yesterday she allowed Tai Tzu Ying to free her hands like this. Today, if you see, she was going for Bingjiao's body. That's the box. Bingjiao at no point in time was able to free hands. Sindhu was in total control. From point 1, she was in control. She took the lead, held on to the lead. Every time Bingjiao came close, Sindhu upped the ante. Start of the second game. Always what happens is, start of the second game, after a player loses, the first comes hard. That's when Sindhu played stellar. 11 points. When the break happens, that's when the player comes back. Did you see the second game, Nabila? She came back. She leveled it. That's when Sindhu upped the ante again. At no point in time did she allow Bingjiao to come back. And once she started taking the lead, you could see Bingjiao getting flustered. She was constantly talking to her coach at the back, shaking her head, gesticulating, meaning she was flustered. Sindhu capitalized. Terrific match.
All right, here we're looking at PV Sindhu scripting history. 2 Olympic medals, the first Indian woman. What a feat there. All right, I'm going to cut across. Hold on, Boria.